on this Sunday afternoon for this week 4 of our 7-week chakra series here. So this week we're going into the heart chakra. So if you haven't guessed, that's right in the heart center. And this vibrates the color green, as I'm wearing today. Green and green marker. I have green marker here. So this is also known as a gateway chakra, and I'll see if I can kind of move my screen just a little bit here so you can see. So if you see the chakra centers on my lovely tapestry here, you'll notice that the heart chakra is in the dead center of these 7 main ones. So you've got your lower chakras here, then the heart chakra, and your upper 3 chakras up there, and they're kind of coming down to kind of meet in this heart center. Okay, so I'll just kind of put this back here. Good. All right. So this is located, as I said, in the heart center. So you have the thoracic spine is here, the rib cage, the heart, the lungs. You also, and make sure my head's not cut off here. Good. So also shoulders, hands, wrists, arms, the breasts are here. So that's the physical area. The color, as I said, is green. The sound for that is yam. So Y-A-M. So I'll take a sip of my green tea, as my voice sounds better after I've given it a little bit of hydration. So it sounds like this. Yam. So yum, that's the sound. The element here is air, which actually makes a lot of sense. So if you've ever heard, sometimes when people are in love, this is the love chakra, you kind of get the sense that they're kind of floaty and flighty, and they're all up here, but they're not really grounded. So kind of like your head's in the clouds, but your feet are on the ground. As kind of another way to experience it when you're in that new love phase of a new relationship. Foods, so this is going to be any kind of green food, obviously. So you've got your leafy greens, avocado, asparagus, green grapes, green beans, spirulina. If you like to use that as a supplement in your diet, you can put that here. Microgreens, sprouts, green peppers, just anything green. Fried green tomato, well, maybe not fried, but green tomatoes, if you're a sucker for those. So if you have not had the fried green tomatoes from Palmer's in Lexington, Green here in Lexington, you're missing out on a flavor explosion. So breath work is just basically in and out through the mouth. So what I like to do in my classes for this one is I will typically start the retention breath, the equal part breath, and then go through that with breathing in and out through the mouth. So you can make this as loud or as quiet as you can. Some people just like, just kind of like you would at a doctor's visit. I like to kind of be a little bit more subtle with mine. So you can kind of breathe that way. The stone or the crystal for this one is the rose quartz. So even though the rose quartz is pink, it is wonderful for the heart chakra. And poses, being in the heart region, so that's going to be a lot of heart openers. So what is a heart opener? That's going to be back bends, traditionally. Maybe some shoulder openers. Extension, arm balances for sure. And I've got restorative yoga up here because, as you'll see here in a moment when we go through balancing attributes and things, as a means of self-care, that's what restorative yoga is. You're lying down on props, you're relaxing, you're taking care of yourself, you're not really exercising or movement. The props are propping you up with all of those things. So it's really, really nice. So that's why I've included that here. So positive or attributes, or when we're in balance with the heart chakra, well, this is your unconditional love center. So you're going to have feelings of love for yourself, for other people, animals, your neighbors, life in general. Finding joy in ordinary things. So for me, I love in the morning, well, really anytime, but especially in the morning and evening, sitting at my kitchen table, looking out my kitchen window, and watching the rabbits chase each other in my backyard. I don't get so happy when they get in my flowers, but I love seeing them eat the clover from the green space. My dog loves watching them as well, my Annie Bell. So that's just a joy in, ordinary things. Um, for me, I love my job. I love what I do, teaching yoga and Pilates. So even though it's work, I don't really consider it WORK work. I consider it WERK work. Because I don't really feel like I'm working a whole lot because I love what I do so much. Otherwise, I would not be doing these Facebook Lives or going through the chakras. I'd just be teaching stretch classes, right? So going back here, compassion, loyalty. So if you're watching this and you were in Kentucky during the pandemic, we had a thing that we did. Some people are still doing it. When people were announced that we had lives lost because of COVID-19, some people lit their houses up in green, put green lights, because green is the color of compassion, and the heart chakra. So it wasn't really a random color that was chosen. There really was some meaning behind the color green for that. Loyalty, service, so you serve other people. Empathy, so you're going to have empathy for other people and their situations. Good circulation throughout the body, so you're typically going to have warmer skin versus cold and clammy skin, especially in the hands and the feet. They're going to be pretty warm. That doesn't necessarily mean that if you're hot all the time, you have good circulation, but just general good circulation throughout the body. This is going to be the natural healer type of a person. So people that have a very strong heart chakra are going to typically be teachers. They're going to be in healthcare. They might be a naturopath, Reiki, massage, all those kinds of things. Natural healer, acupuncture, those things, and then to help bring this in balance or keep it in balance, self-care practices I have here. So I'm going back up at restorative yoga or yoga and exercise in general, because exercise makes you feel better generally. I think that journaling is a great way to balance and keep this chakra in balance. I've been journaling almost daily for years. I absolutely love it. I feel lost if something happens and I don't get around to do it. I travel with my journal. I am never without it. I just carry it around with me in my house. Wherever it is that I decide that I'm going to journal, whether it's at the bedside, whether it's in the kitchen, whether it's down here in my yoga studio, wherever, it is never too far away. And that's important because then if we go over here to the negative, unbalanced attributes, well, you've got the ability to hold on to grudges. So journaling sometimes can help you process those things out. Unforgiveness, which goes back to grudges. Let me also say something here about unforgiveness. So sometimes you hear the thing, forgive and forget. Well, that's really dependent on the situation. If someone has done something really bad to you, sure, you can forgive them and move on with your life, right? And just kind of get rid of that negative energy. But are you going to forget the bad thing that they did to you? Well, of course you're not going to forget that. So I really don't like forgive and forget. Forgive, yes. Forget, probably not. So process that out. You can check my second chakra video below there. I've got resources for you if you need to talk to somebody about some stuff. But yes, inability to forgive is here. Feelings of isolation, feeling unloved, aloofness. So the lungs are in this chakra. So you might have respiratory issues. Going in that, you might have heart issues, right? Because the heart is in this chakra. Shoulder issues, which I have. This is a chakra, like the third chakra, that I work with hardcore all the time, trying to deal with my own issues. So I do have some shoulder issues. I also have carpal tunnel in my right hand because the hands and the wrist are involved in heart chakra. You'll also see poor posture in people in this one. So a big one, you'll see people, I'll kind of try to show this to you. Good. So you'll see people kind of walk kind of like this, kind of shoulders in forward. That's kind of a guarding stance. Whatever has gone on or they've dealt with or dealing with, it's kind of a guarding. And then that posture then becomes a habit. Okay? So that's really indicative of heart chakra issues here. So practicing better posture, working through some of these things will help with that. You may lack empathy here. You're certainly not going to have empathy here. The people pleaser type is going to be found here. And I said heart issues, shoulder, hand issues. Meditations and affirmations. I am loved. I am courageous. I love myself and my body without conditions. I am grateful. I can give and receive joy and love. I deserve to be loved. And I can forgive others and myself. Sometimes the hardest act of forgiveness is forgiving yourself. And I've done, probably several months ago, I actually just had this boom moment during a meditation, and I actually talked about that in one of my yoga flow classes before I taught the class. So forgiving yourself sometimes can be a hell of a lot harder than forgiving other people for whatever reason. So that's a hard one. Again, journal. But that is really, I think I covered everything here on the fourth chakra. One other thing too, so this is also, because it is a healing chakra, a lot of healing component. This is one where we try to work with a lot if you've got a lot of illnesses, and particularly the long-term chronic illnesses like cancer, for example, because there is absolutely an emotional component to that. And if you're not working on your emotional and mental health while you're dealing with those things, that's going to affect your overall physical health as well. So yes, heart chakra is a huge one. It's a huge one for me. I look so forward to teaching this chakra with you this week, and I hope to see you soon. If at any time you have any questions or comments about this chakra or any of the others, please let me know, and I will see you soon.